Hi there. As the year winds down, thought we'd give you a quick update from Ag in the Classroom. First thing on our list, the Corn Ag Mag got shipped to print yesterday on December 17th. It's at the printer, so we were waiting on an interview from a corn grower. We finally got that done, and everything has been approved, been buttoned up, and shipped off to the printer. We hope to have a proof back at the end of this week or beginning of next week, so they can actually do the printing of the Ag Mag between Christmas and New Year's. Again, same drill. As soon as it comes out, we'll let you know via an actual copy of the Ag Mag. You'll get an email about it, and we'll post it on Facebook. So watch for that when it comes out. We don't do orders early. Just wait till it comes out. But just so you know, it's really, 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 really close. Next up, you just got an email about our February Coordinator meeting. You got an email about our February Coordinator meeting. Remember that the coordinator meeting will be held February 3rd in Bloomington here at the home office, February 4th at the DeKalb County Farm Bureau in Sycamore, or February 6th in Benton at the Franklin County Farm Bureau. So you get to pick one of those places to go. One of the big things we'll be talking about during that meeting, if you've noticed the agenda, is our transition from the grant process to an online submission. We're gonna require that most of the grant numbers, all the numbering system, will be entered into a form very similar to what you've been entering in for your monthly reports. You'll get your receipt back like you do. You'll print that off and send it in. Those of you in extension, the receipt part will go in with the signatures and all your appendices, so you can send that on to the university. But what we're trying to do is cut down on the number of times that data has to be entered, because every time the data has to be entered, there's potential for another mistake. So that's what we've got going on. We'll also be talking about a couple of new programs to go along with new books that we've got coming out. There's a cow in Patrick O'Shanahan's kitchen, a new book on water, and some other activities. So that's what we got coming up for our February coordinator meeting. You got the email, and it's online. Right after the first of the year, we will mail you a hard copy of that as well. We're not going to mail it now because it'll just get lost on somebody's desk, or it would on my desk, but we'll wait till after the first of the year to do that. But just look for that in the mail and reply. Tell us which one place, you only have to pick one, which one place would you like to go to this training for, okay? Next, yesterday you got an email about the commodity challenge. Every year, Illinois Farm Bureau does a commodity challenge where they encourage folks to fictitiously market 100,000 bushels of corn and 30,000 bushels of soybeans and see who does the best job marketing them. Who as commodities buys and sells at the right time in stores, and where exactly are they? So what I've sent you information on was, you might consider working with your high school ag teacher, a high school economics teacher, or even a high school math teacher to allow them to stop and think about this. One other thing you could do, we've got a new career ag mag coming out. It's in the editing process right now. But you might also involve a local commodities trader or commodities broker or commodities marketing person and have them do a part of a training session. What does it mean to do this? Again, that's a career on the periphery of agriculture, and it could be a chance to reach out to other teachers that we aren't necessarily involved with on a day-to-day basis. With that information, you got the commodity challenge information, how you go and you log on and you do that stuff. We also sent you a copy of our futures farming lesson. If you haven't done this, it's been around for a while, but it's a great lesson involving M&Ms. And you take a full packet of M&Ms and you try and determine how well you would market with the packet M&Ms. So if nothing else, it would be a great activity to do with those teachers as a training session. So that's in the mail as well. Coming up shortly, you'll be getting an illustration about 4 new books. 4 books we'll be offering for sale this late winter, early springtime. The first book is The Cow in Patrick O'Shanahan's Kitchen. Great book, very reminiscent of April Foolishness. It's a cute, quirky book about Patrick O'Shanahan and his father. They're making breakfast, they're making French toast, and everything that goes involved in making French toast. Beautiful, quirky illustrations. The cows don't talk, the chickens don't talk, the tree for the maple syrup, it doesn't talk. Very, very, very good book, pre-K through about 2nd grade. One of the new booklets we're working on has to do with breakfast. We're doing a whole booklet, a whole lesson booklet on breakfast and where does breakfast come from the farm to the plate. That's the first book. The second book is so new, it isn't even out in book form yet. All I have is the PDF file of it that's being printed right now. And it's called Water Sources, Use, and Conservation by Nancy Carlson. And Nancy Carlson's an ag in a classroom teacher from out in Colorado. She wrote a book that's very, very accurate in its portrayal of water in the agriculture industry. So it's a great book, very factoid driven and where it comes from. We've got a new booklet coming out with some water activities as well. And the next book is The Thing About Luck by Cynthia Kodahata. This is a great book. Very, very similar to The Beef Princess of Practical County, except for instead of working with beef, it's working with wheat. And accurate portrayals of agriculture throughout. And it's not really Illinois wheat, but instead Great Plains harvesting of wheat. Those wheat harvesters that follow the wheat harvest from Oklahoma and Texas up into the Dakotas, into Nebraska, Kansas. A phenomenal book. Several of you noticed my Facebook post on it back in mid-November. I picked it up, I started reading it in the afternoon, finished it by that night, and posted on it on Facebook. I highly, highly, highly recommend this book. We will probably be changing up our book grant form for next year, and I'm going to try and include this one with it. And the fourth book we'll be featuring is Who Grew My Soup? I know you've seen it before. Remember, this is totally out of print. I was able to work with the National Ag in the Classroom group and secure another printing of the Who Grew My Soup book. So if you're looking for copies of this, I also have copies of this for $4 a piece. So the prices of the others we're working on with the publisher.